Hi, my name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I help beginning voiceover talents grow their business and generate some income. Generate lots of income, hopefully. And one of the ways that I do that for recording voiceovers, and I teach the talent that I work with, is to use Adobe Audition. It's my preferred DAW digital audio workstation. I love it. It works great for dialogue. So in this video, I'm going to show you just some simple basic things in Adobe Audition, how to open it up, start a file, do a recording, and how to save it, and maybe what format you should be saving it in. We'll have more videos to come to go into more detail, but this is just the very, very basics on how to get going in Audition. Let's go. All right, so here we are in Adobe Audition, and when you open it up, they call these workspaces. Now, this workspace to me is a bit cluttered. It's the default, and I can see as a beginning voiceover talent or anyone getting started in Audition, it's a bit overwhelming. If you come up here to Window and you click Window, Workspace, go down to Workspace, and I believe there's a default one called Simple Editing. And Simple Editing is actually really nice. This looks almost like my custom workspace that I have, but it has a section right here for any files, and really you're only going to have one if you're only doing one project, but maybe you have a couple projects that you're working on. Those are going to go right there. If you're going to add any effects, and I could teach you how to do effects, those are going to go right here. And then this is just your time frame. You can adjust any of these boxes and make them however size you like. It doesn't matter. For now, when it splits it in thirds by default, it's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is you have nothing to record on. We have a couple options here. We could go up to File, New, Audio File, or you could click the Record button. Now, if you click the Record button, it's going to pop up a window, and it's going to ask you to name that file. Regardless, it's going to ask you to name the file, but this one, it asks you to name the file, and as soon as you hit OK, it starts recording. There's different ways to do it. My preferred way is to go up to File, New, Audio File. So there's the window. Want you to name it. Let's just call this YouTube Demo. Okay, let's use a sample rate of 48,000. It should be defaulted there. If it's not, you can select. 48,000 is a great one. Channel is mono. So mono means one. The other option is, well, there's stereo in 5.1. Stereo would be 2. You don't need stereo when you are recording voiceover because mono is one signal, and when we use a microphone, we're only using one signal. So it goes into both the left and right channels, but it's just a mono. We don't need to split it. So 48,000 mono, and for Adobe Audition, it's going to default to 32-bit float. You don't need to know what that means. It's perfect. Use 32-bit float. If it's not there, just go ahead and select it and click OK. Great, we're ready to go. We have our audio file ready to go. I'm going to put this down because I doubt yours has this. It's actually right here. The spectral frequency display. Let's just get rid of it for now. Let's make it real simple for you. So here's a nice clear window for you, ready to record. Okay, so here's the record button. And as soon as you hit record, it's going to start recording. Now, in all fairness, I have a feeling the video is going to get a little bit glitchy with me talking when I record and I'm using Audition, but just for demonstration purposes, it'll be just fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit record. Great. So you can see the audio waves in Audition showing up. Now, I want you to notice very clearly as I'm talking, this is super important. As you're recording into Audition or any DAW, it's very important that your levels are right around here. If you see, I'm about -12 to -9. None of my peaks, none of my audio waves are going any higher than -9. I have my level set for my microphone input and my gain on my interface so that I am not recording anything over -9. I like my audio wave to be about -12 and fluctuate up to -9. This is a great recording level, and I highly recommend that this is what you shoot for. It's going to give you a lot of adaptability and a lot of options later down the road as you learn how to produce your audio better. And it's going to sound perfect. So this is exactly what you're looking for, -12 to -9. So I'm going to hit the space bar to stop it, or you can click the stop button. Great. So now we have this clean, beautiful audio wave that's not peaking anywhere over -9. Now, for now, I'm just going to teach you how to save it. In later videos, I'll teach you how to normalize it to the ideal levels that you're looking for. But for now, this is a good start. So you've recorded, and you have a couple options. You can come up here to File, and we can go File, Save As, and we're going to save it as YouTube Demo. So you have some options. You can put it in whatever location you want. I'm going to put my location in downloads for now because I'm just going to delete this later. Your format, by default, Audition's going to give you the WAV PCM. That's the dot wave. It's a high quality audio format, and a lot of your clients are going to want that. So you should be delivering in WAV. Now, if they want MP3, you can just click this drop-down menu and click MP3 if you want. It's saving in 48,000 because we already set that up. Mono 32-bit float. That was all set up when we went to record. And now that's going to default. That's going to default for you. So now next time you open up a file, it's going to have this. You don't have to check it every time, but your eyes are going to get used to noticing whether it's there or not. And you are ready to go. So you click OK, and there you go. It's saying override. I already have a copy of this. I'll click yes. Yes. It is saved. That's option one. The other option would be you could go up to File, Export, File. It's essentially the same thing, except it does it slightly different. They both save the same thing to whatever destination, wherever you want it to go, as an MP3 or a WAV. But they do slightly different things. And in later videos, I could tell you what they do. My preferred way, to be honest, is to actually export, but I could tell you about that later. So for now, what we did was we opened up Audition. We brought up a file. We recorded. Before we recorded, we made sure that the file was set up and formatted exactly as we need it. We recorded it. And then we saved it or exported it to whatever destination we want, ready to go to the client, making sure we are recording within -12 and -9. And that's Adobe Audition right there. So as you can see, Adobe Audition is a pretty dynamic DAW. There's a lot that it can do, especially for dialogue, which is voiceover. And that's precisely what we use it for. So if you're even considering switching or stepping up your game, I highly recommend it. You're just going to get so much more out of Adobe Audition. And I'll continue making videos to help you out with it. If there's anything specific that you'd like to see, please leave that in the comments below. Maybe you want to see editing techniques, effects. I don't know. There's so much you can do with Adobe Audition. If there's something you want to see, let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to address it for you. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time. Thanks.